Hello and welcome back to episode number 3 of this Arsenal career mode. We're following on in the month of September. Our first game is up against Aston Villa at the Emirates. Our form at the Emirates isn't amazing. We managed to beat Tottenham 1-0 in the last time out, and we'll hope to beat Aston Villa out here today. We start with pretty much the same team as always. Sabitzer comes in with Thomas Lemar for this one though, up against Aston Villa lineup that doesn't look that good on paper. They haven't got their strongest side out in my personal opinion, Henry Lansbury and such, but they do have Jack Grealish and they do have Samatta, who are very dangerous, and we'll see if they can cause a problem against us. But I thought maybe, just maybe, this would be quite a comfortable game. Early off the bat though, Lacazette plays in Lemar, who takes a touch inside, brings it in, Torreira free, and he should be burying that, or at least putting it on target. And as you can see, I'm left very frustrated after that chance. It's a great ball in from Lemar, good work from him, but Torreira, he has to do better with that, no question about it. Aston Villa will now come in the offence, and they played this over the top through ball consistently throughout the game. It's Jota inside to Lansbury, who will look for a shot. Instead he takes it inside, plays in Samatta, and a great save from Leonard denies. And then Jack Grealish blocks his own player's shot, which was destined for the back of the net, I believe. And then Trezeguet came forward, putting a cross, and Samatta is there to finish it brilliantly. What a finish from Samatta, who makes it 1-0 to Aston Villa. A shock to all the fans in the stadium, I'm assuming most of the fans at home, and he goes and celebrates there in front of the camera. I'm sure he's more than pleased with that. It's a great ball over the top, and that ball down the channels worked every single time. And then Socrates just not aware to Samatta arriving, who finishes Di Canio-esque, and there's actually a theme of that Di Canio sort of finish in the later games that we'll see. Whether that's for us or for the opposition, we'll soon find out. But as you can see, I'm just left frustrated because we shouldn't be letting these goals go in, and that's Samatta's second goal in the Premier League this season. Now we need to bounce back, and we pick up the ball with Lemar into Lacazette back to Lemar, who looked for a pass across, but it's well intercepted and cleared away by Villa. And we came forward again just before half time. Aubameyang now uses his strength and pace, puts in an inch perfect cross, and Sabitzer has to do better with that. I thought off the back of those 4 goals against Eintracht Frankfurt, he'd be in good form, but Aubameyang's ball in, clearly not dealt with. And then in the second half, Aubameyang thought he'd try and do it alone, but the shot straight into the hands of Nyland, who was left untroubled this far, really. We make 3 changes, bringing on Nketiah, Pepe and Ozil to try and make a difference in this game. Get some pace on, get some speed. Guendouzi knocks it into Ozil, and he almost made an instant impact, and he should be putting that on target. Again, lacklustre, and it's just causing more frustration for myself. But all the chances are falling to us. Lacazette into Ozil again, this time blocked. And then again, we find it with Pepe, who puts in another perfect cross. It's Nketiah, the substitute, who heads it over the bar. Just needed to get over that. And we would have had a real chance of getting back into this game and going on to win it, hopefully. But at the moment, not good enough in front of goal, and it's costing us. Villa will come forward looking to kill this game off, and it's Samatta's header, and it actually had Leno beaten, I believe, but just wide of the mark. Nketiah now doing some great work down this line. He's been brilliant since coming on. Electric. Plays it into Lucas Torreira, whose shot was well saved. And then again, it's Nketiah looking to cause an issue. He finds Lacazette, who hits it first time and scores. And we find ourselves at 1-0 just before the end of the game. We might have just managed to nick ourselves a point here at home against Villa. That's not really what you want to be saying, but Lacazette celebrates quite wildly because he knows he's just secured as a point there. And Nketiah does brilliantly, lays it into Lacazette. He uses his strength, hits it first time and too much power on it, takes it away from Nyland and gives us a point, hopefully, at the Emirates. Still a little bit of time left in this game, but we just have to see it out. Lacazette celebrates with Kolasinac there as he thinks he's just earned his side a point and kept us unbeaten. It's his 4th goal in the Premier League so far this season, and he's doing fantastically. And then Gilbert picks it up, knocks it into Jota. Will Villa get one more chance? Oh, brilliant movement. Jota now coming into the box, lays it inside. David Luiz misses, and it's a goal. John McGinn, the substitute for Villa, comes on and has made it 2-1 to Villa in the dying seconds. It's gone past added time, and that is absolutely heartbreaking as he goes to celebrate with his manager there. 2-1 to Villa, and they are going to take all 3 points away at Emirates. A fantastic win for them, an awful loss for us. We just thought we just about got it back in the dying seconds, but clearly not, as Bernd Leno can't keep that one out, and John McGinn makes it 2-1 to Villa as they nick 3 points. So fair play to Villa. They probably did deserve it. They were quite good. We just weren't clinical enough in front of goal. We had the chances, we just did not take them. whatsoever. And as you can see there, Villa managed to get a late 90th minute winner after we get a 90th minute equaliser. So a crazy end to the game, and Villa fans go home happy. The next game was up against Manchester City in the Carabao Cup. Now I was expecting them to sort of rest a few players. We went with quite a rotated youth side. Saka, Willock, Martinelli, etc. coming in. Maitland-Niles at right back, Martinez in goal. Man City though went full strength. Fernandinho playing at the back alongside Laporte, Modric playing, Sterling, Aguero. Dangerous. We had the first chance of the game. The ball comes in, punched away, fell to Willock, whose shot was well blocked and then just about cleared away. But Man City came forward off the back of that, and Rodri unmarked at the back post. I think it was Reece Nelson, who was meant to be tracking the run there, did not bother, and Rodri just puts it into an empty net. It's a great corner from Sterling. I believe it was. It landed on the head of maybe Aguero. I'm not too sure, but Rodri, I know, was the man who scored it and puts Man City ahead. And off the back of that Villa game, I was expecting another loss here, and it's going to be a hard-fought battle to get back into this game, especially with the youth that we have out there. You know, we don't have experienced, quality players out there today, so it's going to be definitely an uphill battle. And Guardiola, I mean, he's celebrating like he's won the league. Come on, man, it's just the Carabao Cup. I guess it means a lot to him, this Carabao Cup. But yeah, Rodri scores, and it's an uphill battle from here. But instantly, Willock does brilliantly and scores. He gets his first goal for Arsenal this season, making it 1-0. What an important goal it is. An instant reply. Good turn inside from Saka. Willock evades Fernandinho with some strength and puts it in with a fantastic finish, in fairness to him. And we're off and underway. Willock, brilliant. That's what you want from your youth players. Some tenacity, some redemption. And Guardiola, who's just been celebrating like a madman, is now holding his head in shame as Willock gets his first goal for Arsenal this season, and hopefully a lot more for him as the season goes on. He's a hot prospect. And then we came forward again, this time with Martinelli, who looks set to score, but a good save with the feet of Edison. And as you can see, it was all us. Martinelli again looking to cause a problem. Laporte hacks him down here, and that's a last man challenge. I'm not being funny. That is a last man challenge, and Laporte gets away with it here. The ref comes over, all running like it's dramatic. Just gives him a warning. That is awful refereeing, and I want that looked into personally. Martinelli with a fantastic turn. If he gets round him, Martinelli's through there, no doubt in my mind. Xhaka stands over the free kick. It's a dangerous area, but as we know, we don't really have a competent free kick taker. And Xhaka steps up, and it's wide. Edison just lets that run. I think he had it covered anyway. And as you can see, I'm quite frustrated by the fact that Martinelli was fouled in a goal-scoring opportunity. Saka again looks to cause a problem. Always does down this left-hand side. Puts in a beautiful pass. Martinelli has to do better with that. That has to be a goal for me. And at half-time, we go in drawing 1-0 with Manchester City, which isn't a bad result at this moment in time, considering the squad that we have out there. And we've actually played better, but City came out on the front foot with Silva now, who looked to get inside. It's a nice little dink inside, and Modric came to it, just wide of the post there. And then it's us that will come forward. Willock now looking for Ceballos, who takes it round his man. Can he get the shot off? Yes, he can. It's just wide. Decent work from Arsenal, and as you can see, frustration is starting to mount. It's a brilliant little attempt from Ceballos, and had it have just been a little bit of a wider angle maybe, or a little bit closer, it would have been okay. But here we go again. Reece Nelson played through, and this time he has the speed. Can he finish? Brilliant finish. Edison dives to his feet, and Nelson just hits it as hard as he can, as high as he can, to take it away from Edison. And Reece Nelson gets his first goal for Arsenal, and the youth are really starting to shine through today. As you can see what it means to the fans there. I know it's only the Carabao Cup, but to beat Manchester City this early on in the cup competition is a massive phenomenon and a massive feat. And these Arsenal fans at home haven't had a lot to cheer about with the Villa game recently, so nice to get back on track with a win here today. If we can go on and do that. Reece Nelson celebrates in front of the fans, and that's what it means to him to finally be back here and doing his thing. 2-1 as it stands. Let's see if we can close out this game. And we came forward again. Reece Nelson looking to cause a problem. He gets around his man quite easily there. And is there any crossing opportunity? He will, but Martinelli certainly offside there. He does score. I'm looking for Martinelli to get his first goal for the club, actually. But unfortunately, he was offside. We do make 3 substitutions. We bring on Lamar, Nketiah, and I believe it was Cedric, who we like to rotate in these cup competitions, just give them an opportunity out there. But Nketiah makes an instant impact again, playing through Willock, who I mean, the audacity to score a goal like that over Edison, of all people, arguably one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League. Joseph Willock gets his second of the game and surely has killed this game off against Manchester City and put us through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. The players seem to know it, the fans seem to know it, and what a move. Nketiah, who's just come on, great turn, great ball through. Willock has the audacity to dink it over Edison. The composure to do that is next level, and I think this kid is going to be something special, and I'm glad we've got him as a part of our squad, and I hope to involve him in a lot more future games. And you can see what it means to him there, to get underway and firing as an Arsenal player, because these young talents deserve a chance, and they're definitely proving it to me. Man City then came forward looking to get something out of this game, to try and get an equaliser or something, but Bernardo Silva denied by Martinez, and pretty sure that'll be the end of this one, as Bernardo Silva's shot is denied by Martinez, and we are going to head to a 3-1 victory. Reece Nelson and Willock, the young boys, shining through to beat a full-strength Manchester City squad. More than proud of them. And after Manchester City, we are now facing the red side of Manchester in Manchester United. David De Gea starts in goal. Ambrosio is a new fullback that they have. Pogba and McTominay in those holding mids, with McTominay being the captain. Bruno Fernandes, someone to definitely look out for. Rashford and Martial also very dangerous, with Lamela, new signing, at right mid. As for Arsenal's lineup, again, Bernd Leno in goal. We stick with the same defence, except we've brought in Shotran Mustafi this time, and brought in Granit Xhaka. Thomas Lemar and Sabitzer start ahead of Ozil and Pepe, and Lacazette up front. So we'll see how today's game goes. Aubameyang picks it up early on, and we were looking to press early on. Just 2 minutes in, Lacazette cuts inside, leaves his man for dead, and I don't know what he was thinking here. He saw De Gea come off his line, and I think he just hesitated, but Lamela managed to skip through there, looks to play it back. David Luiz doesn't make the challenge, and a great save from Leno after Rashford was arriving. End-to-end stuff at the moment. Aubameyang will pick it up late on into this first half, and he attacks down the wing, lays it inside, great pass. Sabitzer takes one touch, and that is a phenomenal finish from Marcel Sabitzer, who is really starting to find his form. He's been excellent this month, and he continues that with a goal against Manchester United to put us up 1-0. What a goal that is, and what an important goal that is. Obviously, United are going to be challenging for that top four. If we can beat every top four team, then we have a high chance of qualifying for Champions League next year, which is what we want to do. But Marcel Sabitzer takes one touch, and that is a class finish from the Arsenal man to beat the outstretched David De Gea. And I believe that's his first goal in the Premier League as well, as we celebrate and clap him there. Yeah, it is his first goal in the Premier League, so phenomenal from him. He'll be happy to get underway in English competition. Now, Manchester United came forward looking to get an equaliser straight away just before half-time. We don't clear it at all. Martial shot blocked. Pogba is still bouncing around all over the place. Ends up blocked with David Luiz, looking to get it back in. Bruno Fernandes wins the header, but it's away in the end. And at half-time, we go in winning 1-0, so nothing much to complain about at this point in time. Let's just hope that we can stick to that and gain 3 points at Old Trafford. That'd be phenomenal. Fernandes came forward early on in the second half, a wonderful strike, just about stayed out, and we end up clearing. United come forward again, a ball in. Bruno Fernandes, an excellent finish. Mustafi loses his man, and Fernandes goes to celebrate with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for bringing him in, for thanking him for the opportunity to play at Manchester United. And it's just heartbreaking to see Manchester United back in the game with half an hour to go. We've been so good up until this point. It's good work down this side. We really should be closing it better, but the ball comes in. Mustafi loses his man, and to be honest, he doesn't actually hit it right. He kind of mishits it. It comes off his shin, as you'll see from this angle here. But he got enough of a strike on it to turn it in, and that's what world-class players can do. And Bruno Fernandes is certainly that. Just a player to be admired, as he hugs an invisible Ole Gunnar Solskjaer there. I'm sure that's what some Manchester United fans actually want, an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer that's not actually there. But Bruno Fernandes gets United back on track, and then Rashford comes through straight after that, looking for a cross in, finds Martial, and as I said earlier, the Di Canio goal comes back to haunt us again. Samatta scored it against us earlier, Anthony Martial scores it against us now, and United have turned this game around in the space of about 5 minutes, as he celebrates with Solskjaer as well. Literally, in the space of 5 minutes, Arsenal found themselves 1-0 up to 2-1 down. It's just not good enough. It's a good ball in. David Luiz, again, just lost track. It's poor from the back too, and I don't think bringing Mustafi in was a wise idea. Good finish from Martial, a really good finish. Nothing taken away from that, but we shouldn't be allowing those positions to happen, and we find ourselves 2-1 down because of it, as again Ole Gunnar Solskjaer decided to disappear for the replay. But Martial firing on all cylinders with 5 for the season. Bruno Fernandes as well. United doing very well in the league so far. We make some subs to try and get back into this game. Off the back of that, we need something to freshen up. Whether they make a difference or not, we'll find out now. Pogba plays it into Martial. Martial denied by Leno, so constantly under the pressure, and we just don't clear it at all. Bruno Fernandes picks it up in the edge, and that is what world-class players can do to you. He can score on his right, he can score on his left, and that is a wonderful goal from Bruno Fernandes. No chance for Bernd Leno, and as you can see, he celebrates with the fans there. A wonderful, wonderful player. A player I'm extremely jealous that Manchester United have. I would love to have him here at Arsenal, but what can you do? So yeah, 3-1 down. Not a lot you can do at this point in the game. Obviously, we'll try and make our comeback, but it might be a little too late. It's a fantastic effort from Bruno Fernandes. He's been phenomenal today. He's phenomenal in real life. He's one of my favourite players to watch and visualise since he's come to the Premier League. Obviously, quite short with everything that's going on, but hopefully you get to see him in action for a few more years at Manchester United. And yeah, 7 goals for him in the Premier League. I'm sure he's near the top of the tree in terms of top goal scorers. Sabitzer does really well here. Lovely little 1-2 with Aubameyang. Managed to evade a couple of challenges, and he's really stepped up his game. Knocks it into Aubameyang, takes one really good touch and a fantastic finish into the back of the net to make it 3-2. More of a consolation than there's about 30 seconds left in the game. It's not really enough time. It's a great touch from Aubameyang. A lovely little 1-2 with Sabitzer as well, returning the favour for the earlier goal that Sabitzer scored, but a good finish from Aubameyang, and it does beg the question of whether we should move Aubameyang into that striker position or not. I'm unsure whether to do that, but Aubameyang gets his goal, and that's his 3rd of the season. Finally starting to get some goals after that first game against Newcastle, but we lose 3-2 thanks to 2 goals from Fernandes and Martial getting the other. But as it's the end of the month, we're going to show goal of the month, which I gave to Alexander Lacazette against Watford. Sabitzer played in Lacazette for his first assist, and that is a brilliant finish from Lacazette. It was on his weaker foot, a great turn, puts us up 2-0 against Watford. Not the most important of goals, but it didn't matter. I thought it was a fantastic goal. We're looking at goal of the month. Sometimes that weighs on importance, sometimes it weighs on class, and this time it weighed on class. A brilliant turn and a fantastic finish from the Frenchman. He actually won it last month as well. So he's having a good track record in terms of goal of the month, and if he keeps going, he could bang on for goal of the season at this rate. What a finish that is from Lacazette. And we'll talk about player of the month now for September. Looking at Marcel Sabitzer, there's not a doubt in my mind. He scored 4 in the Europa League against Eintracht Frankfurt. This was one of the goals, his first ever goal for Arsenal there in the 20th minute against Frankfurt, and then he went on to do amazing things. He got a goal and assist against United. Aubameyang came down the line, knocked it inside, and Sabitzer finished wonderfully. But that's going to wrap up this episode, and we're going to move into the month of October in episode 4, which I'm more than excited for, and let's hope Sabitzer can continue his 5 form.